Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing my overall thoughts on Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 1 Part 1, now that I have reviewed all 10 of the Dragons Rising Season 1 Part 1 episodes. And that's right, I just got done filming and editing my 10th and final review. All of those reviews should be up on the channel by the time you see this video, so check out those reviews if you want to support that. I will leave a link down below in the description to the playlist. And in today's video, I just want to talk about my thoughts regarding Part 1 as an entirety, as an entire unit. What do I think about it? A couple of quick disclaimers though. This video will contain spoilers for Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 1 Part 1. You have been warned. And like I said, these will just be my own thoughts, my own opinions. I also don't know how much editing I'm going to do for today's video. Like I said, I just got done filming and editing 10 reviews, and as such, I am pretty exhausted. In fact, I'm going to go to bed as soon as this video wraps up. As soon as I upload this thing, I'm going to bed. So let's talk about Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 1 Part 1. What did I think of it? Well, to summarize my thoughts, I actually enjoyed it a lot, actually. I didn't think it was all that bad. I actually enjoyed myself quite a bit when I was watching it. It was a pretty fun experience. You know, watching every episode, reviewing each one, moving on, watching another episode, reviewing that one. I enjoyed that. I thought it was a lot of fun. I think this new season was great for that. And not only did I enjoy Part 1, it intrigued me a lot regarding Dragons Rising Part 2. The season itself ends on a pretty drastic cliffhanger with the Source Dragon apparently showing Lloyd the apocalypse or whatever. I'll probably do a whole video about that at some point in the near future. Stay tuned for that. But I liked that cliffhanger. I thought it was intriguing, and we do know that Part 2 is coming out in fall of 2023, whatever that may be. I'm predicting October 1st. Probably when we're going to see that drop, and I enjoyed the ending of Part 1 a lot, actually. I liked it a lot. I also like the new characters. I like Aaron, I like Sora, I like Wildfire. A lot of really cool new characters this season. I enjoyed a lot of those characters a lot, especially Sora, but I feel like Part 1 was more so the Sora arc than the Aaron arc. I feel like Aaron's story will probably come in Part 2. I want to explore maybe more of his jealousy surrounding Sora having a power and him not. Part 1 really didn't explain that explicitly, but I kind of got that that's where the story was headed. Kind of similar to Season 1 and I suppose Season 2 and onwards, where Kai was jealous of Lloyd for being the Green Ninja. Kind of seems like they could explore a similar storyline here with Aaron and Sora. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I also liked Wildfire. Still not entirely sure what her power is. I'm thinking it's still going to be heat. I doubt she's going to be a fire elemental. Oh, speaking of elemental powers, we also have the new Wind Elemental Master. I liked her a lot, actually. She was pretty cool. Waiting for a minifigure for her, because I will buy that in a heartbeat, add that thing to my collection. But overall, in terms of like the new characters, the new powers, I didn't mind them. I especially liked the villains. Empress Beatrix is pretty awesome. I like her a lot. I also liked Lord Ras. I'm not a huge fan of Raptin, if I'm being honest, but Lord Ras, his storyline intrigued me a lot too. What exactly is his deal? Who exactly is he working for? What is this elusive plan that he constantly speaks of? I'm sure Part 2 will answer that. Also, yeah, this is very much a Part 1 story, right? This is Part 1 of the entire season. This is not an entire season by itself. This is the first half of an entirely new season. And I feel like structurally, I think this was a good way to handle it. Structure-wise, the episodes are back to being 22 minutes, which I enjoyed, actually. Thought that did only good things for the episodes. I felt like it was an awesome way to, you know, preserve the older integrity of Ninjago, preserve what made those older episodes special. I know that the 11-minute format, starting with Season 11, was definitely not working for everybody. I think this is going to be a lot more appealing, especially to longtime Ninjago fans. Also, the format, I wasn't super thrilled with how flashbacks were handled this season. If I had to choose one thing to complain about, I think the flashbacks could have been done a little bit better, especially with the entirety of the merge. I felt like the merge was just kind of thrown away too quickly. In my opinion, you could spend an entire season focusing on the merge, and Dragons Rising Part 1 definitely does do that with the merge, you know, exploring the consequences of it, where certain characters are following the merge. In fact, the entire ninja team is the way that it is because of the merge. At the same time, though, you have all of these dragons in the background, Imperium is running around. I feel like you could have made an entire season just based on the merge and the ninja dealing with those consequences, as opposed to adding more on top of it. I don't know, maybe just my opinion. I didn't think Dragons Rising was wrong for not focusing on the merge too much, because in a way they constantly were, as the season is constantly being influenced by the merge. I just feel like maybe they could have explained it a little bit more, explored it a little bit more, and I imagine once we reunite with other characters like maybe Jay, Cole, and Wu, probably in part 2 of Dragons Rising, we will actually find out more about the merge. Also, Nia is researching the merge. There's some type of Master Wu ghost going around talking about the merge, so yeah, we'll probably find out more eventually regarding the merge. I just feel like the merge could have been explored a little bit more, especially towards the beginning of the season, but that's just me. I really enjoyed the new world where Ninjago takes place, and I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place here, like I said, sleep deprived, but I feel like the world in general is a lot more intriguing now. I mentioned in one of my reviews that the world feels more diverse and unpredictable, and I stand by that. You don't really know what you're going to run into in Ninjago now. You could run into an animal person, you could run into a human. There's just a lot of species that coexist now in Ninjago, and I think that's pretty great. I wasn't really super keen on the whole idea of dragons being the center focus, though, because it's hard to track it back to previous Ninjago lore. Like, we know the first realm was the first realm, right? Where exactly are all of these even more special dragons coming from? Is there another realm with dragons out there? Are all the dragons from the same realm? What's the deal there? And like I said, questions, all of those will be answered probably later on in Dragons Rising. Remember, this is only the first part of the first season in this new huge multi-year arc that Ninjago is now going on, so I wouldn't expect every single question to be answered right away, but I'm just intrigued by what Dragons Rising Part 1 showed us. Also, touching on Ninjago lore, the series does clarify a couple of key things about previous aspects of Ninjago that were kind of just up in the air. For example, the Cloud Kingdom stuff, I loved how that was handled, and I also enjoyed seeing where the ninja are years after the merge. They do reference how it's been years and years since the merge, so I think it's safe to say that more than a year has passed. So in terms of my final thoughts on Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 1 Part 1, what did I think about it? Well, if I had to be honest in my feelings regarding Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 1 Part 1, I think it is a pretty good start to something very special. I know that a lot of people might be mixed on this new season, just given some of the choices that it makes, and some of the choices that it's made so far, but overall, I really enjoyed myself watching Dragons Rising. I doubt that it's going to be as popular as something like Ninjago Crystallized, of course. I was kind of comparing like the views on my channel from when Crystallized was coming out to now. I think that Ninjago Crystallized definitely had a lot more momentum, but Dragons Rising can find its own place among the Ninjago community. It can attract some new fans, maybe even bring back some older fans who had left Ninjago prior. I think this has something for everybody, and if you don't like Ninjago Dragons Rising so far, that's totally a-okay. Not saying you need to like it. Your opinions are valid, whether they be positive or negative opinions regarding Dragons Rising so far. I personally think that this is a good start, and I'm excited to see more. I was kind of sad after episode 10 ended, and I didn't have anything else to watch. So there's my thoughts on Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 1 Part 1. And before we wrap up really quick, I do want to talk about the release schedule for a little bit. I know that some people were asking, hey, when is it going to be released in my country? LEGO does have a chart on their website with all of the locations, or at least they did at one point in time, and especially in Australia, the release date was June 1st. Pretty sure it's past June 1st over there, and I don't think they have it just yet on Netflix nor on YouTube. Maybe by the time this video goes live, they will have it. This video is being recorded like hours before it's going to go up, so there's that. But yeah, not sure where Australia is. It said June 1st on LEGO's website. I'm not sure what the delay is regarding that. Apologies, I don't really know more about it, but figured I would throw this in there at the end, just in case any of you guys were wondering. And with that being said, guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here. I am going to go to bed now. I've been up all night making Dragons Rising reviews, so I'm going to call it there. I'm going to hit the hay, but I appreciate you guys watching today's video. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comments regarding what you think about Ninjago Dragons Rising, and once again, feel free to check out my playlist of Ninjago Dragons Rising episode reviews if you want to hear my thoughts on a specific episode. So thank you so much for watching. Leave all your thoughts down below. And of course, I appreciate you guys checking out today's video. If you guys enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.